The Nolan Curse, Why He's Ruining Movies by Being Too Good. Have you ever left a Christopher Nolan film feeling like you've just experienced something profound? Like you've just been part of something bigger than yourself? Like you've been on a roller coaster of emotions and intellectual challenges? His films are not just movies, they are intricate puzzles that demand your full attention and reward you with a sense of accomplishment. Nolan's movies stay with you, they make you think, they make you feel. They linger in your mind long after the credits roll, sparking conversations and debates. But what happens when you watch a regular movie after a Nolan masterpiece? That's the problem. The experience of watching a standard film feels lackluster, almost mundane. Nolan's brilliance has spoiled us. His films have set a new standard for what we expect from cinema. He's set the bar so high that other films pale in comparison. It's like tasting gourmet food and then going back to fast food. The latter just doesn't satisfy anymore. It's a cinematic curse disguised as a blessing. While we are grateful for the masterpieces he creates, they inadvertently diminish our enjoyment of other films. Nolan isn't just making movies, he's crafting experiences. His films are events. They demand your attention. They reward your investment. They are meticulously designed to engage you on multiple levels. And that's what makes his impact on modern cinema so complex. On one hand, he's pushing the boundaries of storytelling, challenging both filmmakers and audiences to think deeper and feel more intensely. He's pushing the boundaries of storytelling. His innovative techniques and complex narratives are setting new benchmarks for the industry. But he's also making it harder for us to enjoy anything else. The brilliance of his work casts a long shadow, making it difficult for other films to shine. In a way, Nolan's genius is both a gift and a curse for cinema lovers. The Nolan high, a cinematic sugar rush. Think about the last time you watched a Nolan film. Remember that feeling as the credits rolled? You were probably buzzing, your mind was racing. You couldn't wait to dissect the plot with your friends. That's the Nolan high. He throws you into intricate narratives, mind-bending concepts, and stunning visuals. He keeps you on the edge of your seat. And it's not just the spectacle. Nolan's films are emotionally resonant. He creates characters you care about. Even in the most extraordinary circumstances, he makes you invest in their journeys. You feel their triumphs and their losses. This potent combination of intellectual stimulation and emotional engagement is intoxicating. It's a cinematic sugar rush that's hard to shake. Time bender Nolan's obsession with temporal mechanics. Time is more than just a linear progression in Nolan's hands. He sees it as a multi-dimensional canvas, where every tick of the clock can alter the course of a story. It's a tool for manipulation, a device for suspense. Nolan uses time to build tension, to create a sense of urgency that keeps audiences on the edge of their seats. A playground for his imagination. In his films, time is not just a backdrop, but a character in itself, shaping the narrative in profound ways. Look at films like Memento, Inception, and Interstellar. Each of these movies uses time as a central theme, exploring its impact on memory, dreams, and even the fabric of space. Time bends and folds, twisting the narrative in unexpected ways. Nolan's storytelling is like a labyrinth where every turn reveals a new layer of complexity. The past, present, and future collide. In Nolan's universe, these temporal boundaries are fluid, often intersecting and influencing each other. This isn't just a gimmick, it's a deliberate choice to challenge the audience's perception of reality. It's a way to explore the complexities of memory, identity, and the very fabric of reality. Nolan delves deep into the human psyche, using time as a lens to examine our innermost fears and desires. Nolan forces us to question our perceptions. He makes us rethink what we know about time and reality. He makes us work for our understanding. His films are puzzles, each piece carefully crafted to fit into a larger, intricate picture. We're not just passive viewers, we're active participants in deciphering the puzzle box of his narratives. This engagement makes the viewing experience deeply personal and intellectually stimulating. This level of engagement is rare, and it's undeniably thrilling. Nolan's films are a roller coaster ride for the mind, challenging us to keep up with his intricate plots, but it also sets a dangerous precedent for the rest of Hollywood. The bar is set high, and not every filmmaker can or should attempt to emulate Nolan's complex narrative style. Yet, his influence is undeniable. Nolan has redefined what it means to tell a story, pushing the boundaries of conventional filmmaking. And in doing so, he has forever changed the landscape of modern cinema. Grand illusions, scale, and immersion in Nolan's worlds. Nolan's ambition knows no bounds. He doesn't just want to tell stories, he wants to build worlds. And not just any worlds. Worlds of epic scope and breathtaking detail. Think about the vastness of space in Interstellar, or the dream landscapes of Inception. Even the historical accuracy of Dunkirk is remarkable. These are fully realized environments that draw you in. Nolan uses practical effects whenever possible. He wants to capture the real. He wants his actors and his audience to feel the weight of the world he's created. This commitment to realism, combined with cutting-edge technology, creates an unparalleled level of immersion. We're not just watching a movie, we're transported to another reality. Section 5. Beyond the spectacle. Finding the human heart in Nolan's films. For all their grandeur and complexity, Nolan's films are ultimately about people. He never loses sight of the human element. He understands that even amidst chaos and spectacle, it's the characters that ground us. It's their emotions that resonate. Look at the father-daughter relationship in Interstellar, the guilt and redemption of Cobb in Inception, the desperation and courage of the soldiers in Dunkirk. These are characters driven by relatable desires, love, survival, the need for connection. We see ourselves in their struggles, we empathize with their pain, and that's what makes Nolan's films so powerful. They're not just intellectual exercises, they're stories about what it means to be human. Section 6. The Curse of Comparison. Nolan's shadow looms large. So, you've just experienced the Nolan high, that unparalleled cinematic rush. You've been on an emotional and intellectual roller coaster, a journey like no other. You've explored the depths of space and the intricacies of the human mind all in one sitting. Now you sit down to watch a typical action flick. The explosions feel flat, the dialogue sounds clunky, the plot is predictable. Suddenly you're acutely aware of everything Nolan does differently, and it stands out. This is the curse of comparison, a burden we now carry. Nolan's films have ruined us for the ordinary. We've seen what's possible, we've tasted cinematic greatness, and it's hard to go back to the mundane. Even films that were once enjoyable now seem lacking in comparison. Nolan's shadow looms large over Hollywood, making it difficult for other filmmakers to measure up to his legacy. Section 7. In Nolan's wake, a legacy of innovation and intimidation. There's no denying Nolan's impact. He's a visionary filmmaker who's pushed the boundaries of what cinema can achieve. He's inspired countless aspiring directors and challenged the conventions of blockbuster filmmaking. But his influence is a double-edged sword. On one hand, he's raised the bar for storytelling, visual effects, and thematic depth. He's shown that audiences crave intelligence and emotional resonance. But on the other hand, his success can be intimidating. How do you compete with a filmmaker who seemingly does everything right? How do you create something original and impactful in the wake of his achievements? Section 8. A blessing and a curse. The enduring impact of Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is a cinematic force of nature. His films are not just movies. They are experiences that captivate audiences worldwide. He's a master storyteller, a visual innovator, and a provocateur of thought. His ability to weave complex narratives with stunning visuals sets him apart in the film industry. His films are events that stay with us long after the credits roll. They provoke discussions, inspire debates, and often require multiple viewings to fully appreciate their depth. But his brilliance comes at a cost. The high standards he sets with each release make it difficult for other films to measure up. He's spoiled us for ordinary movies. The intricate plots, the layered characters, and the visual spectacle of his films make many other movies seem lackluster in comparison. He's set a standard that's nearly impossible to match. His influence is evident in the way filmmakers approach storytelling and visual effects. Nolan's legacy is a complex one. While he has elevated the art of filmmaking, he has also highlighted the mediocrity that can pervade the industry. He's both a blessing and a curse to modern cinema. A blessing because he continually pushes the boundaries of what film can achieve. A blessing because he's pushing the art form forward. His dedication to practical effects, non-linear storytelling, and deep thematic content has inspired a new generation of filmmakers. A curse because he's made it painfully clear how mediocre so much of Hollywood has become. The gap between his work and the average blockbuster is stark and undeniable. So, the next time you find yourself underwhelmed by a movie, remember Christopher Nolan. Think about the intricate plots, the stunning visuals, and the emotional depth he brings to his films, and then sigh wistfully, knowing that you've seen what true cinematic greatness looks like. Nolan's films remind us of the potential of cinema to be more than just entertainment, but a profound experience that resonates on multiple levels.